guys, it's Allie. Welcome back to Versatile Teens. So today I am going to be showing you guys some packing tips and tricks to make your packing experience a little bit easier. I know everyone's going to be traveling, whether you're flying somewhere, going to the beach, maybe just going away for the weekend. I want to help you make your packing a little bit more efficient. For jewelry, I have a couple different hacks. One is taking your smaller necklaces like these daintier ones, and so they don't get all tangled, because there's nothing worse than packing everything all together and then it just gets all tangled. And you take the necklace and put it through the straw. I always have trouble right there where the bendy part is. There we go. It just gets stuck sometimes in the little bendy part. So there you go. And then that will keep your necklaces like these from getting all tangled together. And then another fun little hack is to get these little medicine containers, and I mean, you may have them lying around your house, or if not, if you want to get them, they're really inexpensive. And then these are great for just little earrings like these, and that way you could put them in there, and then put some rings in here. So yeah, these are great for just like little rings or bracelets and earrings. And that way you can keep them all organized and you won't lose them. Another little easy hack, obviously everybody has tissues or tissue paper. So what I like to do is take tissues or tissue paper, like I said, and just take a little piece. I usually rip it in half. And for necklaces like these more statement necklaces, it's really great to lie them down on the tissues and kind of wrap the tissue around it. That way it doesn't get tangled with other jewelry or damaged. And then one last jewelry hack is to take some plastic wrap and lie it out like this, and then you take your necklaces or earrings or whatever you want to put in it, and then lay it down on the plastic wrap, and then you take another sheet, or you could just fold it over, but I like to take another sheet just to be safe. And then put that on top of it, and then that keeps it nice and in place. And then especially for these type of dangly necklaces, these like layered necklaces, they always get all messed up with each other. So if you put them in plastic wrap, then they stay exactly how you put them. And then that just easily rolls up like this. And then what I like to do just for easy storage is put these necklaces in little Ziploc baggies, just because it's easy and simple. And then I always add just like my other little earrings, stuff like that. make sure you get all the air out of it so it's nice and compact. And that's just an easy way to pack your jewelry. So my next tip is for packing your toiletries. Now, whenever I travel, I always use this travel organizer because I love it because it hangs up, so it's great. You can just hang it in the bathroom, and it has lots of different compartments, so you can separate everything, and it's really great. But whether you're traveling in the car or on the airplane, you always want to make sure that your liquids are completely shut. So your liquids, like these little thingies, you can just tape some tape like this just to make sure, because the worst thing, even if it's shut, it could open up, so you just want that extra little thing. The worst thing is having your liquids like spill all over the place. And for traveling on the airplane, well, while you're up in the air with the high altitude, it could make it pop. It's the worst. So then, just to make sure it doesn't go all over your other products and all over your clothes and all your precious items, another great tip is to put it into a Ziploc bag like this. There you go. And another tip when it comes to little bottles and liquids is taking a piece of plastic wrap. You just need like a little square. See that? Just like a little square like that. And basically just unscrew the lid and then put your little plastic square on top of it and then screw that back on like that, and that will prevent it from getting all over the place. So these two tips are really, really helpful when it comes to traveling with toiletries. So my next tip is for packing your makeup. What I always do when I'm packing my makeup is pack it in the order. If I already have my makeup on, I pack my makeup and my brushes in the order that I put my makeup on. So say, okay, put my primer on first, so then I'll throw my primer in. And then foundation or BB cream, so then that, and then my brush. And then go through my whole makeup routine. Or if you're doing your makeup, and then that's just easier to pack it while you're doing it, because then you know you're not missing anything. And for vacations, who really wants to be putting on a lot of makeup? So you know you're not going to use all of your makeup, so why waste the space and bring it all? Just bring the bare minimum that you can bring and get by with. That's why I love makeup palettes, because you can get so many looks out of just a couple little eyeshadows. You can get a nice daytime look or a couple nighttime looks. They're just really great to have a variety of options on vacation. So my next set of tips all have to do with getting everything inside of your suitcase. So the first one is to pack your sandals and your flip-flops in between the little bars that are in your suitcase, the bar that like attaches to your handle. So you can just fill in those crevices so you can get them all filled in, and then everything will be as flat as possible. So just kind of lay those flat, and then you could also do like your ballet flats. And then one tip, I don't have any sneakers with me, but if you have like sneakers or flats like that, you could put your socks inside of those. Just a little tip to save on space. And then what I do next is I take my biggest items, so that is my packing cube full of clothes, and I put that in there, and then I have my toiletry bag next, and that fits perfectly next to my clothes. So just kind of put that stuff in there, and then I save the other stuff I have for just kind of filling in. I have my dust bag or my shoe bag with my wedges in it, so I'm gonna kind of pack that in there at the bottom of my toiletry bag, and then just kind of pack in like my makeup and I also packed a bathing suit and a cover-up because you never know when you're going to want to hit the pool. And I always pack them in a plastic bag, or if you have like a wet bag. So if your bathing suit's wet when you're coming home, you just stick it in here and it won't get anything else wet, so that's really great. So put that in there. And then I have like my bras, my underwear, my socks in here. And let's see what else. My curling iron. I try to limit myself to one hot tool just to save on some space. So I usually opt for my curling iron, my bigger one. Then what I usually do, I usually bring one bag besides a carry-on. And I like to put like my necklaces that I put the straws in. I'll stick those in here just to kind of, you know, so they're not just flying around in there. And then my other jewelry, I'll stick that in there just to kind of protect it a little more. And why not fill, if you're already putting this in here, why not fill it up a little more? So I'll stick that on top. And then one other thing I like to do is wrap a hair tie or a rubber band around my chargers or earphones or anything like that, just so they don't get all tangled up. And then I have the rest of my jewelry. And the last thing is my jacket. And the only reason I didn't put this in the packing cube is just I like to have it separately, and I didn't want it to bulk up everything just in case it wouldn't fit. So I just like to stick that on top, and that is how I pack. And then I'll put my little thingy under. I just use these little clips that are in here just to kind of keep everything secure so it doesn't move around. So yeah, that is how I pack my bag. Okay, so a couple extra little bonus tips. If you guys are traveling in an airport, my recommendation is to put a bright luggage tag. Mine is a Princess Mickey, because I love Disney. But bright luggage tags, because everybody has black suitcases, or blue in my case, but you just want to make your bag stand out a little more. It doesn't have to be a luggage tag. You could tie like a little ribbon on here, just something so when you see it you're like, oh, there's my bag. And then another thing is to weigh your suitcase before you leave. You could just use like a scale that you weigh yourself on, just to make sure it doesn't exceed the flight restrictions. That's always important, because there's nothing worse than having to take stuff out of your bag in the middle of the airport. So then other tips include layering. This is whether you're flying or just going on a car trip, because you never know if you're gonna get hot or cold, and it's always great just to have an extra layer to throw on. And then I like to wear my bulky items like hats and sneakers, because they take up a lot of room in your suitcase and you don't want to squish your hats. And your shoes are a little heavy, so I like to wear these type of things so they don't take up space in the suitcase. So there you have it, guys. I hope you guys like these packing tips, and I hope they come in handy for wherever you guys are going this summer. Be sure to comment down below what your favorite tip was, and if you guys have any other tips that I didn't mention, I'd love to know those. And like this video, and be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share with all of your friends and family. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!